can't hear the music. So you couldn't hear the music at all? Let me find out. Let me find out that the music was playing and y'all couldn't hear it. It was live on the radio. So I think my mic was muted and it made it so that you couldn't hear. Double check. So check in, Prince. What's up? Shout out to you can't hear me at all now? So I'm talking and you cannot hear me. I knew that was going to happen. Unbelievable. Oh, you can hear me now. Hey, hey, we just waited. Y'all so sweet. I love it. I love it. I can hear you now. We just waited. Nope. I just felt like that was just that you got to hear a little bit of this because it's necessary. I'm gonna turn it down some, even if it's playing in the background. I went to YouTube. What's going on? Nah, what's going on now? We can't good. So I'm gonna just let this play softly in the background because I feel like it's necessary. Today is the day that we have to encourage each other to just kind of breathe. You understand what I'm saying? Cause baby, 2025 is showing out. And I don't know about y'all, but oh snap. Before we get into all the things of the things of the things, shout out to blowradio.com. Of course, Hummer Blow. Last week was not live because we were celebrating the King's holiday. Sound like it was the last time it was gonna be celebrated as a federal holiday. We gonna find out what's going on. Boy, y'all, Pink Man is in the office doing the thing. Shout out to audibloradio.com family that is in the building. We appreciate y'all. If you're going to cross some T's, dot some I's, if you are watching the show, then of course you are live on either my YouTube channel or you are live on Facebook with your girl. What's happening? If you are listening to the show, then of course you could be tuned in to blowradio.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could be doing other stuff, but you probably have to check in with your girl today. And guess who is excited to chop it up with y'all? I am. I am. Listen, somebody told me, I ain't gonna say that. Listen, somebody told me it was Aquarius season. And I don't know. I think it's Aquarius season. That means today must be. We're just gonna look around real hard one time. Ship Hooray's birthday. Shout out to my girl Crystal Ship for celebrating her birthday. We out here living in our 40s. Well, I'm not no more, but you understand what I'm saying? Living well in the 40s. Happy birthday, sis. I hope that today has been chill for you. You've been able to enjoy, just chilling and soaking up the little bit of sunshine that's coming through these winter clouds. You understand what I'm saying? I see my baby girl Freebird done checked in on me one time. What up, Freebie? Hey boo, how you doing? How you doing? PD the writer. I'm assuming that is Prince Dan is in the building. What's going on? Well, you didn't hit me back. You see where I'm at, and if you want to come and sit today, you're welcome to come and sit and chop it up, or you can always call in. You know what I'm saying? You can always call in. We appreciate that. Ship says 46 turns around the sun, 6 of them. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Let's celebrate that. Y'all show some love to my girl Ship. You get what I'm saying? And we gonna celebrate. Y'all know 2025 is kicking us in the back. Like just what y'all thought was gonna be. We didn't know what was happening. But it's here and it is showing out pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Folks is monitoring health, folks are monitoring psychological wellness, we're monitoring how we spend our money right off the back. Right off the bat. It's crazy. But we got to do we got to do, and I'm telling you, this season is about being informed. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what to know and knowing how to use the information that you have. It's a thing, y'all. It's a thing. We cannot be without knowledge. We cannot just let things go over your head. This is not the season to just be letting things go over your head. I'm telling you right now, you got to be well informed so you know what's happening, and you don't got to know all the details. Let somebody else know all the details for you. Oh, you was not kidding. Did you call right away? You did. You did. You called right away. If you could just hold one moment, I'll be right with you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you already know I was gonna call.
Yeah, well, hold on, please. I'll be right with you. Listen, we are here to make sure that if you are not that you got to get all the information, okay? And y'all know I am not a policies, politics girl. Politics. Politics. I don't like it. But I stay informed because I need to know what's happening. I'm a business owner. I need to know what's going on in my business. I'm a black woman. I need to know what's going on in my community and what the cans and the cannot do. And I need to know what is happening in the world around me. Like, seriously, if you, this is not the time to turn your head and say, well, that don't have nothing to do with me. It all has everything to do with all of us. And, 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 unfortunately, we have the reputation of lacking the ability to move as a single unit. And it is absolute time to negate some of that. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolute time to negate some of that. Make sure y'all share this video and tag your people in. Let them know we here to have this conversation. The conversation that calls are welcome. And right now, I got Prince Daniel on the phone, and we got some stuff to talk about. Dan, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Listen, listen. I'm gonna go in and make this quick statement, real quick. The views and opinion expressed on this show are that of the host and the guest alone, and not necessarily that of blowradio.com, its affiliates and or its staff. Okay. So what I'm telling y'all is we talking about what we talking about because this is what we want to talk about. Okay. Don't be talking about, oh, I heard, get it together. Get it together. I'm not here to make people do anything, but I am all about accountability. Y'all already know that. And it is time to stop looking the other way. We got to have conversations about these things. And then there has to be expected follow-up. You know what I'm saying? I expect certain things, yo. I'm expecting us to be able to do things. I'm expecting certain responses. And for me to say something other than that would be a whole lie. And I know what people are saying. Well, people are gonna do. Yeah, people gonna do what they're gonna do, what they want to do. But I'm telling you now, some of that stuff is unacceptable. It is time to call out. It is time to be accountable for some of the behaviors and for the lack of action. It's time, yo. It's time. Right now, we don't got time to be saying, well, you can do what you want to do. You can. But fam, you setting yourself outside the fold. I got expectations because we need to move together in a certain way. And if you are contradicting that, if you are moving against that, it's all bad. All bad. So before I go into details about what I've read, we already know that we have new person. I'm gonna do my best not to say names because I just can't give it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I'm already giving enough energy to the fact that we got to have the conversation. But this facet of information, oh my goodness, I almost said some terrible things. Listen, I don't like the current people in place right now, and I feel some kind of way about it. So it's gonna take me some lots of stuttering back and forth. You understand? To be
Oh yeah,
mindful. So y'all bear with me, okay? What up, Prince? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, big sis. I'm doing well. I meant to make it over. I didn't know where you was gonna have the show today.
Uh
So,
huh.
um, but I definitely should have called you earlier. Maybe I'd have been able to head over that one. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, you in the same. I'm speaking of this person. Kind of how we speak about Voldemort. Ye who
That's
shall
how
not be
I
named,
feel. That's how I
because
feel. I feel
you
like
know,
dude
you
is
know,
Voldemort.
I already don't like politicians as it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because regardless of the side of the aisle they on, they all fugazi. That's my opinion. Y'all can see how y'all feel about that. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because cats always say one thing, then they get in there and they do the exact opposite. It doesn't even matter the color, the creed, the religion, the
It don't even
gender,
be
whatever they
mattering.
are.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. They always do something opposite comparatively to what they promised, especially when it comes to our people and BIPOC people in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So before we go into
yeah,
your opinion about these executive orders that are underway, And I say underway because I read something earlier today that said he's expected to sign like 200 executive orders. Okay. And first of all,
Yeah,
that's
we're gonna bring
unheard
that back.
of. It's unheard of. But you can do what you want to do when you're in the right office. Shout out to Bonnie Hutcherson and shout out to T. Arthur for joining the conversation. Listen, 200 executive orders. That's
200,
bananas. So let me just go here.
200,
200. Listen, during his previous
200.
term, he signed 220. Okay, and some of which were challenged in the courts. 220 executive orders. And so for some of y'all who are asking, what is an executive order? And so let me tell you, I got some. I'm gonna tell you where my information is coming from. I jumped online
Yeah.
and there are several external sources that I gather information for. Of course, I definitely tap into BBC because BBC their information is typically non-biased. So I try to gather
Hmm.
info from resources that are non-biased. So there's some of the stuff that I'm quoting from today is BBC. NBC has some posts that I'll read from as well, and I'll just cite some of the sources. But I'm just trying to tell y'all. Listen, let me tell you what an executive order is. So we all on the same page. Okay. I know if you feel like I'm talking to you like you fresh in high school, we seniors and we running around here in civics class, you know what I'm saying, or U.S. government because some of us skipped the class or didn't pass those classes. Here we go. Okay. An executive order. It is a written order issued by the president to the federal government, which does not require congressional approval. Orders range from dramatic reverses of policies. Okay, I'm skipping that line because his name is there. Um, to ordinary business. Okay, there's a dramatic reverses of policy to ordinary business. And then they give examples, which I'm not going to read the example. Okay. Authority for issuing the orders is rooted in Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, which states the executive order, the executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States of America. Okay. Why do presidents issue them? Let me just give you some background. Okay. Bear with me. Sometimes the orders are made during wartime to avoid domestic crisis. Okay, and then they give an example. Okay, in 1952, President Truman issued an order that put the steel industry under control of the government in an attempt to avoid a strike. Okay, because the steel industry was finna go on strike in 1952 during the war, and they was like, "Hey, cut it out, cut it out." You get what I'm saying? Let's be clear about it. Okay, and then on his first day in office, and let me see, the first day of office, Biden signed an order beginning the process of rejoining the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, from which his predecessor, current dude, formally withdrew. Biden's Secretary of State, I think it's Blinken, said that it was to help to avoid a catastrophic planetary warming. Okay, who can overturn them? Ride with me on this, okay? So we know the executive order is because the president is the executive, okay? And then he can put into rules some things without needing Congress to back him up, okay? Typically, these orders are put into place during wartime or to stop internal catastrophes. That's what they're supposed to be for. Okay, y'all
That's
following
what
me,
it's
right?
supposed to be for.
That's what it's supposed to
These
be
are
for.
abuses of power.
That's what they're for. Okay, but who can overturn them? Y'all with me? This is important to know this, okay? It's so important to know this. My goodness. An executive order has to work within the confines of the law, with, in theory, each one reviewed by the Office of Legal Counsel for formal and legality. This does not always happen. Okay. If an order is deemed to stray outside the boundaries of what is acceptable, it can be subject to legal review. Okay. Congress can also pass a law to override the executive order, but a president still has to veto has a veto over that law. Okay, and then there's a link that says the Constitution Center over Constitution Center explained. It's got a little breakdown in that. Okay, so who can veto? Who can overturn it? Congress. It has to be proven that it goes outside legal ramifications. Some of this stuff is illegal. You get what I'm saying? However, it's got to be challenged. But let me go on and put this out here. When your House of Representatives and your Congress is all your people, who's gonna challenge it? Nobody knows.
Okay, so
nobody knows. Before you comment, give me 1 second, Dan. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read online the comments that's coming through, and then I'm gonna give you the poll, give you the mic. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Francis Freebird Morgan says, remember, they all have to work together, and they are all given knowledge of their fight and sacrifice. Too much soul-seeking work. They're all compromised. Politics, just like everything else in the world, is a stage play of power grabbing, pretend. Power grabbing, pretend. That's crazy, a joke. And then she said, no, this is great. Political literacy is the reason the world is in the condition is in. Please teach. I'm trying to put it out here. I don't even like politics, but things I know where to get the information from so I can stay informed, and I got to stay informed, so I got to inform you so we can be informed together. Crystal Ship says, at the end of the day, here's what I got. Be intentional. Be you, move. Be intentional. Be you, move in silence. Talk less and listen more. Dig deep and do your own research. Stay aligned with outcomes and solutions instead of problematic. Community and collaborations are vital. Instead of the problems, community and collaborations are vital. Crystal, I love you, but not a punctuation. Girl, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Shout out to Sonia Marie. Good afternoon. And Troy Seabrook says Supreme Court. Yeah, they all on this side. Okay, Dan.
Yeah,
floor's yours, love. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just about the last one is what hit it. The Supreme Court, local court, any justice, that's not even up on the highest version of the Supreme Court can challenge it. So he just tried to, get rid of birthright citizenship. One of his own justices that he actually put in place, he was like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. That's unconstitutional. This is the most unconstitutional thing I've ever seen as an American. And it was somebody that he lost, that was put in place by, that he lost. The person, I can't remember the name of the judge that did it, but it's a person that was put in place by Ronald Reagan. He was like, yo, this is unconstitutional. You just can't sweepingly ratify something that is in the Constitution, fam. You can't do that.
Well, if the Supreme Court, the Congress, allow him to do so, then they supporting the change.
It has to make it. Yeah, but if one justice does it, and then it has to goes up to all the way to the highest court in America. And then that's where it gets fuzzy and it gets gray, because them justices that he put in, they tend to just rock with him and do whatever instead of upholding the Constitution. They've shown a willingness to literally.
Well, we're gonna find out what they do. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what they own. Now it's time to find out. Would say T.R. Arthur says some of Congress Republicans may go against him, but it will affect the females that are. It would also affect the females that are also in Congress. Listen, we're gonna talk about the executive orders that he's passed so far. Okay, we're gonna talk about them. I'm gonna touch base on some of that as well. But let me keep reading. Why are they politically sensitive? Okay. Executive orders are controversial because they bypass approval from Congress, allowing the president to act on his own. Okay, we're not going to go into details. That's the statement right there. How frequently are executive orders issued? This crazy. Good afternoon, cousin. Hey, Nina, what's going on? Listen, check this out. What'd you say? Go ahead, Prince.
No, I'm just laughing because I don't remember this many executive orders being thrown around until Bush's last term.
Let me see.
Bush hit it.
Well, Bush did indeed. But listen, Bill got down. I'm a read here. Listen, I'm gonna read here. They got a list of a number of executive orders. Again, I'm reading some reports that was updated about 8-9 hours ago from the BBC. Okay, listen. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I gotta say his whole name because this food, okay, issued the most orders in his 12 years in office. Okay, 12 years. Y'all hear that? FDR was in office for 12 years. Did y'all catch that? Okay. That's important. I need y'all to understand that. It's important that he was in office for 12 years. Okay. 3,721 executive orders. Okay. That's crazy. Woodrow Wilson and Calvin Coolidge did 1,803 and 1,203 respectively. That's crazy. 1,000 executive orders. Hey, I ain't talking to y'all. This is what I'm doing and this is what's happening.
Yo, wait, did you say 3,721?
Yes, FDR in 12 years.
Yo, you know that's an average of 310 like executive orders a year.
That's crazy. But that's not listen,
That's
check this out. Check
ridiculous.
this out. Joe Biden 162 in his first term, okay? Dude that's in right now in his first time he was here 220. Okay. Barack 276. George Bush 291. Clinton 364. Bush Sr. 166. And Ronald Reagan 381. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so those is throwing around way more than what anybody ever.
Yeah, they don't ever talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Troy said, and FDR was a Democrat. 3,721. He was like, in 12 years, 3,700 times. He was like, hey, I ain't talking to y'all. Hey, I ain't asked y'all. 12 years though. I'm making that point. He was in office for 12 years, right? And typically the term for the president right now is how many? What's the term? The term for presidency right now, the Prince.
It's 8. It's maximum 8 years.
It's maximum 8. 4 and 4. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can only serve 2 terms.
Right. So what I'm saying is, word on the street is, your boy is pushing for to get back to the 12 because he want the other 4 back. You hear what I'm saying? That's what word on the street is.
Yeah.
Word on the street is.
He might try to change that. He might try to change that law to fit him.
That's what the word on the street is. Okay.
I can believe you.
So all of that to understand is an executive order is the president saying, hey, I'm not talking to y'all. I got this. This is my choice. This is what I want to happen. I'm making this decision without y'all. Who can challenge that? Okay. Congress, Supreme Court. We understand that. Okay. Right now, we understand that the maximum terms in office is 8. You get what I'm saying? But that was before the limit. You understand what I'm saying? It used to be 12. And now it's 8. You get what I'm saying? However, there is word on the street and word in the politics that your boy is going to get looking for the 3rd term in best way he can. Now, mind you, I'm saying all of this to understand we all know that the world is coming into some frenzy. Folks are getting upset because of some of the executive orders. We been in office for what, 5-6 days?
Yo, it's people that went to sleep being able to be one gender out loud. Woke up and they couldn't talk about being that gender at work anymore.
Well, so here's the deal though, and this is the thing that people are misunderstanding. And oh my God, what I'm getting people, what I'm understanding is that he's passing federal law. Okay, these are federal laws that he's playing. We all know that to some extent each state has a set of its own laws, even though that there's a federal. You know what I'm saying? Each though there's a federal cap on or a federal lock-in on what you're supposed to be doing, each state has the ability to say, yeah, we're not doing that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, to some extent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
California over there doing handstands on him right now. They're like, yeah, nah, we ain't listening to none of that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it's crazy. And so with all the things that are happening, people are asking, side note, yes, California is still burning. Okay. Someone asked that. Yes, it is. Fires are still happening. Just want to throw that out there. Yes, very much so. There are still active fires in California. Somebody asked that, so I wanted to respond to that. Okay. T. Archer said, if he passes the 12, then I hope Obama runs again.
Man,
Troy said Obama would beat him or Shapiro. Listen.
Ooh, somebody just said Shapiro made my skin crawl a little bit.
Listen. Okay, let's talk about how some people. We'll start there. They said, and so one of the things that says so far, which executive orders has he passed already? Okay, already. Now, when I say passed, and so let me use this. Okay, let me change my language because he has after a flurry of executive orders in his first few days, dude has refrained over the weekend from implementing more. Okay, these are the executive orders that he has issued, and I keep saying that I have to be mindful. It's not a passing type thing. These are issued. He said this was happening, this is going down, and unless somebody dispute it, it's the rule. Okay, and then they have to do all the rewriting and things that come along with that. Go ahead. What'd you say, Prince?
No, I'm about to say low key. If it's coming from the Orange Commando, it's like he ain't looking at those like they like presidential things. They like, nah, these are decrees. This is what I want to happen.
That's what he's saying. And if nobody dispute it, then this is what's happening. If somebody disputes it, then we gotta put some things into place. Now, mind you, here we go. Okay, the first thing that's listed here is immigration. Okay. In regards to immigration, okay, he has issued an order to repel and repatriate and remove. Okay. What that means, he suspends the physical entry of aliens engaged in an invasion of United States through the southern border. It calls for officials to immediately repel, repatriate, and remove those individuals. Okay, these are the short and cut answers. National emergency. He has proclaimed that America's sovereignty is under attack. So sorry, y'all, for laughing. Declaring this to be a national emergency that allows him to free up more funding and reinforce the border with Mexico. Okay. He's closing the border. Okay. And then birthright citizenship. He has ordered that officials deny the right to citizenship to the children of migrants, either in the U.S. legally or on temporary visas. But the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution has long been interpreted to enshrine that right, and he is immediately challenged in federal court. Just so y'all know that, okay? It was immediately challenged in federal court. So there was a judge that blocked his plan to end U.S. birthright citizenship. So
that's the one I was talking about.
Go ahead. We touching them one at a time. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's the one I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally tried to ratify and change that with an executive order, and then the judge that you're talking about, that you're about to speak on, is the one who hit him up, who was actually a very, very far right leaning Republican, and he was like, "Yeah, nah, fam, that ain't it." So when you read further into that, that's the dude I was talking about. This is the one about birthright that I was mentioning earlier, where Republicans are the ones that shut it down. Democrats weren't even the one that did it.
Nina Soroya said, wouldn't that affect his wife? And let alone himself? Stupid. He is a dummy.
Shut him on.
So I'm just saying. All of them. So well, then you cannot. Okay, so now that is being disputed in court. Okay. terrorism designation for gangs and cartels. Okay. He has designated drug cartels and international gangs as foreign terrorist organizations, adding the likes of, and I'm not going to list the names here or whatever, to a list of so-called Islamic State. I'm not going to read none of the names because, again, I'm reading third-party information and not whatever he said. Okay. Okay. Um, let me see. Remain in Mexico and no more catch and release. Okay. He has re-implemented his remain in Mexico policy. This returned about 70,000 non-Mexican asylum seekers across the border to await hearings before canceled by President Biden. The same order demands the end of catch and release, a policy that allows migrants to live in the U.S. communities while they await their hearings. Okay. Okay. And we said he previously promised the largest deportation program in American history, but could face legal and logistical challenges. Okay. Death penalty for some immigrant criminals. He has ordered that the federal death penalty be reinstated. Executions have not happened in recent years. It would apply to any capital crime committed by an alien illegally present in this country and anyone convicted of murdering a law enforcement officer. Refugee resettlement. He has suspended the U.S. refugee resettlement program, although details remain unclear. We're gonna just pause for a minute. Okay, we just gonna start here. Okay, I'm just reading it here. I know, Bonnie. I'm sorry. Chase is done now. Go ahead.
I mean, if we could just dial in on DEI real quick.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I'm coming to the DEI. Just hold on one second.
Well, no, because DEI kind of covers some of this stuff that's in like this right now. What's gonna like diversity, equity, inclusion. That's including all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like we'll hit on that, but this right here, this specific targeting of Latinos and those who are Muslim is deep seated in not only fear, but racism. Oh man, there's a word and the word just slipped my mouth.
Okay.
And xenophobia.
Genophobia. Right? Deaconess says, I think he's going to set us up for war. Tiasha Arthur said it would affect his wife, her parents, and his kids with his first wife, who was Russian.
No. So you think that he wouldn't do that in that case, but with him being in the position that he is, he would end up using his position to try to protect them and to keep them. Because of the type of person he is. So you notice is like he's not aiming these directives at European foreign nationals. He's aiming these at
very specific. Very specific. He's very specific.
Because you're looking at if you hear and you listen to the wording of what he's saying, those directives aren't aimed at white people. They're not aimed at European. They're not aimed at what they call Caucasians, because even Caucasians don't want Americans calling themselves Caucasians. That's a whole nother bucket of beans or whatever. But those directives are literally aimed at people of color. They directly affect people of color. And I think like his Russian wife and his half Russian children won't be affected by that. His half Swedish children won't be affected by that because they're not aimed at them. These are the directives. If you know, you paid attention to what this
the language
was reading. The language was specifically aimed at Latinos from Mexico.
Oh,
right?
we
And it was
understand that.
also
We understand that.
right. So understanding like American English is like the legal language of the world. So it's very so when you have to use very specific language so things can't be sweeping things, right? Um, so if you throw in a word like minority, minority can be whittled down all the way to representation inside of a certain like area of something. You know what I mean? If you don't go on to classify what those minorities look like,
Yeah, absolutely. White
right?
women would be included in that. Absolutely.
Exactly. When there's more white women in America than there's anybody. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Um. So 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 when that's why when you listen and you read those words, it's very very specific on who this targets and what the actual actions are going to be towards those people because he doesn't want white people to be he don't want white people to be affected by this. He doesn't want European nationals that come over to be affected by
He
this.
gonna
He
learn though, but you
literally
can't
targets.
you can target, but if you don't language it properly, it's going to include them whether he wants to or not.
But if you look at the language, he is targeting specific. Now, will he eventually get careless in some of his wording? Sooner or later, he will, and then that's where it's going to mess him up at. But
Well,
right now,
it's
his
coming.
language is very,
It's
very
not on point.
directed.
He trying, but it's I'm telling you, he's missing some spots, and we're gonna go into that in just a minute. T. Arthur Asher said he told everyone that he was going to do the payback because he wasn't voted in, and he was going to do Hitler playbook. He said it. That's what T. Arthur said. Deaconess Lisa Jones said the move he tried with Columbia was wild. So okay, I don't know that one. Tell me what that is, Deaconess. I don't want to make any assumptions on any of that. If you could explain to me what that was. So listen, diversity and gender. Okay, there's now we're getting into the DEI. You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this one.
Okay. He says, transgender people. He has declared that the US will only recognize two sexes, male and female. These sexes are not changeable and are grounded in fundamental and inconvertible incontrovertible reality. Sorry. It is expected to affect transgender policies related to government communications, civil rights protection, and federal funding, as well as prisons. It will affect official documents like passports and visas. In the same executive order, he extended all government programs he ended, excuse me, all government programs, policies, statements, and communications that promote or support gender ideology. Okay. DEI. A memo
Yes.
on Tuesday evening, a memo followed by another executive order shut down all the offices of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs within the federal government with immediate effect, but giving them until 1700 Eastern Standard Time is 5 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday to comply. The day before, after being inaugurated, excuse me, he he had halted all such programs, labeling them radical and wasteful. The administration has also promised further actions that may affect the private sector. Okay. Woo wee. Okay.
So
Let's talk about what that means. Okay.
okay,
Go
so
ahead.
that's a what this includes. So like when anybody that's gone through any type of DEI training or read DEI and what it's supposed to do, DEI is supposed to stop um non inclusion. So like you can't discriminate on somebody based off their preferred religion, their preferred gender and or sex and or disability. The removal of those programs takes those protections away from people. So this is not just a race thing. It affects women because DEI got more women promoted into positions where they literally didn't have representation or lower representation than ever. It protected those of the LGBT community from suffering and being mistreated based off of their sexual orientation and on their gender preference, right? So like those discriminatory acts can go back if they're not part of if a business decides to take them away and never put them back in place underneath a different kind of wording to protect those people, then it's like free game. It's gonna look like 1985 all over again. And then women probably won't get the opportunities to be promoted the way that they were. Um, People of color probably won't get hired the way that they used to. You like those of the LGBT community will probably go back to being like, which they are already like some of the lowest employed people, especially when it comes to those in the transgender community. Right? This affects people on a wide scale. So this is not just a color based thing.
Well,
Right?
people
He is
assumed that
opening
it
up
was
the
color
doors for
based.
people.
People
Yeah,
assumed that it
yeah.
was color based and did not do
He's
the
attacking
work to go
everybody
into
with it.
everybody.
Yeah,
Disabilities,
that's
people
yes,
with disabilities.
whew, man. It's a lot deeper than what people
So we
think.
are
Because
talking
when you,
about veterans. We are
hmm
talking about people, not just people who have gender identity ideology changes. Then we are
hmm
also talking about of course veterans who are now they closed out so many. It's crazy, like the lack of respect. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how there's not a certain um policy in place that specifically talks about veterans, and I don't understand that under all without after all the not laws but wars that this country has participated in. Why is there nothing in place? It's like, okay, thanks, have a nice day. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy the way that they treat their soldiers, and
the United
it's
States,
bananas.
the United States is the only country in the world that will send their veterans off to war, have them suffer through PTSD, and then when they get back, do nothing for them. The only country in the world that does that.
Mm, mm, mm.
Send them off to war as heroes, and then when they come back, they get vilified and mistreated.
Yeah,
We have
they
the highest
terrible.
rate of we have the highest rate of homeless veterans out of any place.
Yeah, that's because they crazy. Here. Let me see here. So Troy said, what about trans men in women's sports? And then he says, I don't want to pay for someone in prison to have a sex change. Let me explain to you how I don't want to be responsible for anybody's choices of medical care, period. And in my opinion, on the amount of help that we are that the taxpayers are responsible for when it comes to people who have committed crimes that have been locked away and now we got to help take care of them. My opinion on that, again, the views and opinions expressed on this show are that of the host and the guest alone. I shouldn't be responsible for taking care of somebody who committed a crime, heinous crimes specifically, and I shouldn't be responsible for taking care of their dental work, let alone having a sex change. I don't give a hell about him having proper medical treatment and you done murdered up whatever the case is. That's just me. I'm not trying to help a mass murderer, a serial rapist do anything but remain the
That
color
part.
of their skin and then pass away expeditiously onto this next life. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So sex change or not. You know what I'm saying? And while they're in jail being assaulted and criminalized, and then the engagement of that type of relationship being decriminalized is just beyond words. So let alone, I don't want to pay for your what do you call it, for your hygiene. I don't want to pay to take care of you at all, sir, ma'am. That's me though, Troy. That's just me. So let alone sex change. Let alone I don't want to pay for your haircut.
You was not wrong in feeling that one. Like I personally, as a person that's been locked up, right? Like I didn't expect anything. I didn't expect my mom to put money on my books. I didn't expect my people to give me money while I was locked up. I didn't even ask for it. And the reason being because I put myself in there. Now, what I don't agree with tax dollars going to pay for somebody's gender reassignment surgery. That's ridiculous. That's a gross misuse of like funds. Period. Right? If we're being forced to fund a private sector business, which prisons are a private sector business.
Mm-hmm.
Those like don't get it twisted. Those are owned and operated by states. Those ain't owned and operated by the government. Like those are private sector businesses that are funded through government programs. I don't think that should be that is something that should happen. Right? Like, yeah, do you deserve a meal? Okay. But and this is just me, if you murder somebody, I don't think you got the right to still stay alive while this person is no longer here. But that's my personal opinion. Some people think it's barbaric that I think like that.
Listen,
I don't want to sit up there and pay for somebody. Like I agree, I fully agree.
I mean, like, the views and opinions, and that is your opinion on the situation. I don't personally feel. I feel like if you a murderer, and you done killed up all these people, I personally don't want to be responsible for helping you do nothing. I feel like if you are a rapist and you have taken the taking liberties is the right word I'm looking for with I don't want to help you with nothing, fam, nothing. And I mean that. Troy said business, exactly. Then Troy agreed. I'm the deacon is laughing at me. I said what I said. I mean, that's me. I don't think I don't want to be responsible for that. This like, and I got friends that have unfortunately ended up going to jail, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they've done, I'm like, I don't gotta say you nothing. I'm out here working all of my. Could you help me? Help you do what? If I want to, if I'm in a mood to, if you are wrongfully in a place of something, it's a whole lot of details. The ifs that I live by in that capacity are real fine. And a lot of people I know don't won't agree with me. But I'm gonna tell you right now, not only you jeopardized your life, but now you done shifted the value of the life of all the people around you. And we supposed to what? And we supposed to do what?
We're supposed to support you while you done did that.
I don't get me wrong. Like you didn't when you was doing whatever you was doing, you didn't give no care about how your behavior was affecting and who was going to affect. And I know a lot of people that's going through that's been in prison or has been in jail and or prison, and I mean like, dang, that's cold. Is it cold when you was in cold when you was being a murderer?
That part.
Was it cold when you was being a rapist? And this is just, I know we're not gonna stay there, but I'm just saying we talking about something else, but I'm just saying that's just my opinion on this. So so what about trans men in women's sports? I don't know anyone that think that that's okay. I don't listen, whatever the organization, I think personally that Boy Scouts should be for boys and Girl Scouts should be for girls. And not I identify as not identify as, because there's people running around here identify as damn dogs. It's grown ass people running around here identifying as babies. No. There has to be a line drawn somewhere. When we're talking about societal structure, there has to be lines drawn somewhere, and these are where I draw my lines. So that's just me, though.
I mean, like I'm saying that sometimes Pookie, cousin Ray need to stay their ass in fucking jail. They don't need to get their help because there was a whole fucking minute and a half when they was out here on the street.
Well.
And I wholeheartedly
and Pookie
believe that.
And cousin Ray could be Johnny and Dale also, okay? Okay.
Exactly. They could be Johnny. They could be Joe. It could be Frank. To me, I'm just using the
I
letters
just
to
want.
be
I
using.
know. I just want to make sure that we all on the same page. That it don't have nothing to do with
Or just being black
exactly,
or
because
whatever.
whomever it is, if you did all that,
Like,
that's just me. Cousin Kelly
like
jumped
you
on real
deserve.
quick, and cousin Kelly
They
said,
deserve.
cousin Kelly said, and then she put a beautiful rainbow, but don't agree with trans sex change either. Troy said trans men in sports. I don't think that's okay. I know a lot of people don't think it's okay. And Kelly also responded, they should not be in sports either unless they are in a gender they were born in. A male boxer that say they female should not box a woman. I agree also. Or, and then people, this is the same thing, my concept that I said about with marriage. You know what I'm saying? And if there should be we shouldn't just be person or a man or woman. If you don't want to use that terminology, then your language should be associated with your type of union. Do you understand what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
people don't agree with me on that, and I'm okay with that. But I think marriage should be between men and women, and then whichever kind of union that they choose to call it, because we talking about labels and definitions, should be between whatever, however you put it together. Just like I think there
See,
should
the
be an
thing,
entire separate sport for transgenders. If you,
the
it's
thing is that
completely separate.
if people want to try to normalize things that aren't standard and then try to, it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I do understand what you're saying, but let me just leave room. I feel you on that. I just personally have a little bit. I do have some room for progression. Okay, I
Well,
don't
like I
feel like
believe
black
in
is black and
progression.
white is white. I believe that, but I also believe that there's a thing that's gray that happens because sometimes things smudge, and when that happens, then gray is not black and gray is not white. It's damn gray. You get what I'm saying? And gray can't identify as white, and white can't identify as black, and black can't identify as gray. You understand what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. So let's call it what it is. And if
It's
you
muddled.
if you want to you
Gray
want
is
to
muddled.
you want to decrease or not decrease, you want to create different. That's why we have language establishes terms of identity and understanding. That's why it's created. You understand what I'm saying? For terms of understanding
Hmm.
and identity, for classification, establish the classification and call it what it is. But that is just my personal opinion. We are not all big one pile of everything goes
Monolith.
together. It just does not work like that. If we could be, then there would be no need for. We would all look exactly, move in the same way. There are separations for a reason. You get what I'm saying? And then we have to honor that. And well, in my opinion, we should honor that. And I have to say that because it's just my take. You get what I'm
I
saying?
really do feel.
Go ahead.
See, this is what I feel. I feel that, you know what I'm saying, people should be allowed to be who they want to be, right? But in being allowed who you want to be, don't try to force yours into like other people's spaces. If you get what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm. Just like
right? Because
religion.
I'm a
If
love.
if if I
Yeah,
practice
yeah,
certain way, I can't make you practice religion the way that I practice.
exactly.
But if you want me to acknowledge your if you want, but I want you to acknowledge my practice. You can acknowledge it if you want to. Let's say that I'm a woodwork. I'm a wood prayer. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? If I'm a wood prayer, then you don't have to pray the wood too, or you don't have to pray with wood or whatever my practices is or practices are. You don't have to do it also. You get what I'm saying? But I'm a wood prayer. Do you understand what I'm saying? But now you want the same engagement. And if I show up and say, "Well, I want to be acknowledged the same way as such and such is," okay, I still think that when we start putting that type of leeway, there has to be lines drawn because if we're giving leeway to people who identify as white women, who identify as black, I identify as a black woman. I told you identify as,
See,
but is that who you are?
see,
And then where we
that's the
where do
thing.
we draw these lines at? And then that gives room for pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? And we
Hmm.
now we are
Well, you know that
putting
was,
people in a position for her harm or danger. That we
yo,
can't
that
do
was
that. It's not okay.
that was a huge thing. Like when the whole like gender identification, sexual identification thing was like back in like 2019 to about 2021, when it was really coming to the forefront, it was people saying, well, like, no, this is what I identify as, but they can identify, this person was born a woman and they can identify as a man, but I can't identify as, like, no, because what you're doing is hurting young children. What are you talking about?
And see,
Like,
this is,
no,
and so
you're
this is
sick.
where we start talking about putting things into place that how do I say this? In societal structures, there has to be boundaries. Okay, otherwise people will do, and even people will do ... Okay, and we are, the whole point of societal structure is to prevent hurt, harm, or danger. Okay, you want people to be free, you want people to be comfortable in being themselves and engaging, so that we are prosperous and we are not causing hurt, harm, or danger. But when hurt, harm, or danger comes into play, then we have to draw lines. And if people don't understand that, well, I like to, whatever it is that's causing hurt, harm, or danger, then the answer is absolutely no. We don't do that over here. Well, then I need to find my people who also like to do it too. Well, then go find them and go somewhere else, because you're not welcome over here. That's why it's called a society. You understand what I'm saying? It's a
Mm-hmm.
society for a reason. Like, these group of people have opted to live together, and these are the rules that we choose to collectively live by, because we believe that they're going to benefit us as a collective. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
then you can
Society, and that's all.
go ahead.
Well, no, I'm about to say those are called societal norms.
Exactly. Societal norms, the norms within this society. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you move to a space where you are operating outside of that, then you either need to find you another society to participate and belong to, or you have to follow an alignment with the rules of the society that you are in. And a lot of people get frustrated with, well, how am I supposed, why do I have to do that? Well, then you can't be here. That's no different than saying your parents telling you, this is my house and these are my rules. That's no
Yep.
different than that.
But guess what happens when you don't want to live by your parents' rules?
Then you
You
gotta
got
get
to move
out.
around.
Then you gotta
You got
get
to move around.
out.
You don't try to be in mama's house trying to have mama change her rules. Mama say you can't smoke in the house. Go take your ass outside and smoke. Right? Mama say you can't have your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your friends over here. You go out with them other places, or you go get your own fucking space and make your own rules so that you can do what you want to do in your space.
Same concept. Same concept.
Right?
Right.
So when you want to try to change societal norms, right? That means now what you're trying to do is interject you to force the majority of people to think and feel like you. And that in itself, I think, is, to be honest, is a little narcissistic.
A little.
I'm being kind with my words.
Oh, okay.
You know, because like if you think that like forcing yourself to, or forcing people to think and feel like you, right, is okay, that's not okay in and of itself. Really, what you should be asking for is the same thing that people is that we ask for in civil rights: is just respect and to live freely. I never asked white people to like me because I was black. Like, dude, just give me the right to live in this world without being freaking like bullied, shot, and killed unnecessarily, and lied on just because I'm black. That's a basic human freaking right. That I should be able to walk out my house without somebody targeting me because of my skin tone. Right now, if they're saying, "Hey, yo," just because like I don't want to, like just because like I feel like I'm a woman, I don't want to be targeted. Okay, fine, that's okay. Like you deserve not to be discriminated against, but you should also understand like everyone's not going to feel about you the same how you feel about you. You shouldn't force people to like you or nothing like that. But yeah, there should be things in place that protect you as a human being because you do have your own human rights.
So Free says
But be
all of
damned.
this is narcissistic. It's the American way. It's so sickly ingrained within us. It's enough to make you vomit. It is. You know what I'm saying? The whole, this is the way that I want it to be, and this is how I think it should be, and because we feel like that is absolutely what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It absolutely would is, and I don't dispute that in no way, shape, or form. I also believe that setting these types of boundaries, when we start talking about and we start talking, I was having a conversation with my brother the other day, and we was just explaining why can't I live out this, and how does my living a certain way affect someone else, is was his debate. And he was like, how does my behaviors affect someone else's living? And we were having that in such a in-depth conversation, and I was like, it may or may not, but the whole point of having structures in your home, structures in your workplace, structure in your um what's the word I'm looking for, in just in society, is so that there are rules that can be followed in order to create an um ideal environment. Now, is that always on point? No. Is it flawed? Absolutely, it's flawed. You get what I'm saying? How do we adjust that? And this is where do we come into aligning with diversity, equity, and inclusion. You get what I'm saying? So we want to set these rules, but we have to include these particular people. And the more the separations of identity become, or more people or I identify as this or identify as that, or I want, so now we have to go bigger with the idea of what inclusion is, and it can just keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And I'm all for levels of inclusion that don't cause hurt, harm, or danger. And people say, well, how do you label that? And it varies from instance to instance. And no, there is not one cookie cutter idea. And so people who are assuming that this DEI rollback, as they're calling it, is just about race, please know that it's so much bigger than just race. And when while he's under the process of quote unquote trying to get rid of, attack, and put in place these quote unquote people of color, and the structure of changing the idea of who we are, and the attack on the people of color, these specific groups of people, is affecting so many others. But what people are missing is that, oh my gosh. And what people are missing is that there's an executive order in place that doesn't require these things. And so as a business owner, okay, I don't want nobody telling me how to run my business, and I don't have to engage with or do certain things with my business because it's my business and I have the idea and I want to create service that looks like this. And in order to do that, I only want to work with these particular people. And just because somebody else wants to come, do I have to concede to that? Do you understand what am I looking like in a concession to that? What does it look like according to the service that I want to provide, i.e., boys, Scouts of America, Girl Scouts of America. You get what I'm saying? And now it's, you can't prevent them, but now can you? Now can we prevent them from being involved? And if you're dealing business with a company that doesn't, excuse me, i.e., let's just cut to it. So and people really went ham. They lost their minds when they found out Target was on this list. Okay, I don't know why there was why the surprise. You get what I'm saying? That Target, amongst many other organizations, decided that we don't want to use this DEI concept of what our inclusion should look like. We will create our own. Okay. And a lot of people are missing the we will create our own. Some people are just saying F it. Some businesses are saying we F it. Hey, I'm not doing it. And I don't want these people, whatever these people look like, or you know what I'm saying, to shop here. That's no different than Versace or Louboutin said, I didn't make my clothes for those people, and folks are still wearing it. I could buy if I want to. I'm not. You don't want me to wear your clothes, sir. You don't want me to. I got a brand. This dude hate my people, and I'm rocking all this stuff. I'm just keep giving him my money. No. Why does that make any sense?
But you know what? Like, people quantify that by saying, like, I just like to wear expensive stuff. There's black people that make expensive clothing too, right? And that's quality.
Or it's white people that make expensive stuff that don't hate black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not that you just want to wear expensive things. That's anyway. That's a whole nother level of retardation that I can't even get into right now. But my point is, if you want to wear quality, but when you shopping and you want to, what you should want to know where your money is going.
You should want to spend your money with people that want your money and want you as a part of their people. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the demographic. I'm aiming at this demographic too because I know they spend money and I like the value that they bring to my brand. Right? That's who you want to work with. I don't wear Louis Vuitton and all these other things because they openly say, like, I don't make my clothes for black people. My clothes ain't aimed at black people. I really don't want them wearing my clothes. So why would I buy that brand?
I really don't want them wearing that. Fam, you ain't never got to worry about me, and you be happy and I'll be happy too. But people are misunderstood, like the power of this dollar. Okay, the power of the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, what's the one? The BIPOC. Let me just call the BIPOC collar. The BIPOC dollar is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? If we pulled it out of circulation, business would crash in a lot of places. There are some people who depend solely on this BIPOC dollar. You understand what I'm saying? Who ain't saying a word, whether they feel that way or not. They ain't saying a word because they know if I say something, guess who's gonna guess who's gonna go out of business?
I'm gonna go out of business, right? So yesterday I made a post and and I'm glad because we talked about this because now I get to explain further on what I meant, right? We can talk about Target and Walmart in specific, right? Where they have products made by black people for black people and for people at en masse. When I said like if you continue to shop at Walmart, what I meant is if you're going there and you're like doing your everyday shopping there, you're giving these people money and they are trying to not include you. You don't need to be spending your money with them people. Now, like let's say there's black brands that you like to go buy from that space. Go buy them up because if they stop restocking them, then you don't got to spend your money there with those people anymore. Anyways, there's more than one place you can go get your groceries. There's more than one place you can go get your cleaning products. There's more than one place that you can go and shop. You don't have to go to these big box brand stores to go do that. Right? Show them what it really looks like, the power of your money. Like, yo, they showing you that they don't want to include you. Why do you got to shop there? You know what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying.
For me, the black products that I do buy out of those spaces, I will continue to buy those products out of those spaces that as long as I know that they're still made by a black-owned company.
Okay, so let me just also say this or what have you. So I spend my dollar with the majority of my dollar. I can't say much for everybody that I know or all of my family members or whatever. I shop black, and I shop black on purpose. Okay, but that's me. I don't only shop black though. However, because some products that we require are not only made by ... or whatever. However,
Mm-hmm.
All white people are not anti people of color. All Asian people are not anti people of color. This is why people, I know it's extra work, but know your supplier, where you're getting your stuff from. You get what I'm saying? I know it's extra work. I know that it's not this is not something or know your supplier. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to only shop with black people. You get what I'm saying? Of course, I encourage you to spend your dollar with um quality service and product providers that are people of color. Of course, I'm going to encourage that, but I also want you to be mindful of who are you spending spend your money with people who don't hate you. Don't give your dollar, don't support families, organizations who want your demise, and they're spending their dollars to that you're spending the dollars that you're giving them to take you down. That's the only that be sensible about that. And I know it takes a lot of extra effort, and that's why people are posting links now and sharing other organizations and sharing where you can shop, and these people buy this and buy that or whatever. So you can't buy whatever the name of this particular brand, and I'm not tossing no brands under the bus because I don't know them like that. And cousin, I saw you ask for the list, and I'll send it to you. And I'll share what I know of the list. In just a moment. But you have to be mindful of where you're spending your dollar. Yes, I do not want you to go and spend your money with someone who was collecting it, calling you out your name. If you went to the counter and they was like, "Thanks, bitch," or "You dumbass monkey, good looking," you know what I'm saying? Thank you for taking care of my family. I hate you and your people, and I hope you have a car accident on your way down the street, whatever the case may be. But thanks for the $30 you just spent with me today. If somebody said that to you in your face, you will
You
feel some
definitely not
kind
gonna
of way
spend it.
immediately. So if you know that is happening, why aren't you still giving them your dollars? Every time you show up and they
That's
be
what.
like, good look at you, dumbass.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, sis. Like, why would you spend your money with people that don't rock with you? They'll gladly take your dollar, but at the same time, they'll spit in your face.
It's
Call you stupid while you spending that.
some people will, as you are passing them the dollar, will spit at you. Literally spit. You get what I'm saying? And then what do? It's absolutely, this is crazy. Francis said, because all money is good money for ignorant folks, right? No, history has proven time and time again when people of color are left to their own succeeding, they will, in fact, excuse me, free, succeed. Come on, man. They failed us on purpose, y'all. So tell you what, if you, quote unquote, ignorance, want to start refusing people of color on your corners, make sure y'all don't burn our villages because our corners happen to offer more. Come on, free. Listen,
Come
Nina
on,
gave a
free.
thumbs
Talk
up
free.
and she laughing.
Talk free.
Deaconess says, this is why I stopped going to the beauty store. They will clown you. They will clown you.
Clown you.
You know what I'm
Clown you.
saying?
So,
Clown you.
so check it. So check this out. I went to the little um foot spa, Nelly foot spa is no longer open, but I got a Galaxy phone that can literally translate what people are saying when they in the store, right? And I'm listening to what they saying about these women because I was trying to go get me like a pedicure, right? And I heard that it was a good spot, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you can go and take care of your feet and take care of your nails. It's good health and, women like when you take care of yourself. I go into this space because I used to go to Bijou's, but Bijou's is no longer open. Um, so I go to this space, and these mom women are talking, and these mom men are talking crazy. I get up and I'm like, so you really just gonna disrespect this woman like that while she here? And he's like, no, I know disrespect. I said, dude, I got my translator on, bro. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Like it's literally translating it into my ears, bro. I'm leaving right now. And then I stood up and I said, yo, y'all should leave because these dudes and him and her and specifically have been talking too bad about y'all. And y'all, and there ain't no wrong with y'all. They just been talking mad crazy about you right now. Like, and you about to spend $200 with this person. And they've been talking shit about you this entire time.
Shout out to Kamar Carter chiming in. He said they're laughing at us hard side splitting. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the fact that we don't even take that into consideration. And people be on, not I say people, there are particular people in my family even that, you know what I'm saying, that be like, why is it's such a big deal for you to shop? Listen, I shop with my people as frequently as I can. And I mean that wholeheartedly, because if I can find a way to spend my money not just with people that look like me, but in a community where I know I'm not being talked trash about, where my dollar is valued and appreciated, I want to spend my money there. That's me though. You get what I'm saying? It matters to me that I go and I'm sitting and I got my raggedy looking feet all posted up. You get what I'm saying? And the people that servicing me ain't talking trash about my dogs. You get what I'm saying? Or that when I go and I'm reaching across the counter, that they not side eyeing me. And when I leave, they talking trash about the way that I look or something, or I'm a dummy. Because I mean, see, imagine if you went to the counter, you spend your money in the store look amazing. You walk around, oh my God, it's so great. You know what I'm saying? We shopping, doing a good thing, sharing our money. And then you pass your dollar across the counter to pay for whatever you product you was getting. And they say, thank you, stupid ass. You mad at the mug immediately. What did you say to me? Why you got an attitude now? Because they saying it to your face? Are you okay that you okay if they say it behind your back? It's the same thing, yo. Consider it. Consider it. Deaconess says, she's Deaconess Lucas Jones said, I'm no longer in Wisconsin, but the shop on 76 and Capitol next to Bouchard's will fight you and your kids. I was there and they cut all the lady with the file and said something. She said something and they went off. Troy Seabrook said, no person from another, hold on one second, from another country should be racist of people of color Americans. It's if not for us fighting for rights, they will have none. We would hope so. We would hope so. You get what I'm saying?
They're going to find out real soon that a lot of the stuff that they benefit from is that things that black people fall for in the first place. And then once they don't have it anymore, they're going to be looking around like and crying and screaming that they ain't got it. And then what they going to do? They're going to come to us and try to help us, like try to get us to talk about it and raise our voices for us just to disrespect this later.
Kamar Carter said, we don't serve nickel pies. You stupid, Kamar. But that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Nina said, low key, there are some black-owned companies that do the same thing exactly. And let me tell you how fast we cut them off.
And I don't walk with them.
Let me tell you how fast we cut them off. We so quick. We go to a restaurant in a black-owned restaurant, take too long to serve you. You leaving and you talking trash on all the social medias. All of the social medias. Oh my gosh.
Listen, in Milwaukee, you can't, as a black-owned business, you can't even do, you can't even have like a spat, a disagreement with somebody without it going viral on Facebook and Instagram within 10 minutes of the happening.
Immediately. I went to this restaurant. The customer service is terrible. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're not wrong, that the service don't be 110%. And that's community training. That's not just a business. Unfortunately, it's, oh my God. We're going to say that for another show. That's a whole show about how we as a community need to do better. Well, if you're going to work the job, fam, do the job. Do the job.
Do the job.
Do the job.
Just do the damn. Do what you get paid for. Don't come in and be like, oh, they don't pay me. Yes, they do. They do pay you for that. That's what
they absolutely paid you for that. Read the job description, fam. It's exactly why you're here. We're gonna talk about that on another show.
They pay you for that. Like, good grief, man. That's a communal thing that we got to get worked out within ourselves. Like, that's totally different. And
Ooh, let me
I'm
see.
sorry.
Deacon has said, but we still eating booger burgers at McDonald's. Let me tell you, McDonald's was on the list of donators. But we're not gonna talk about that. McDonald's. Let me pull up my list real quick. Oh, do you have the list of let me see where it's at. The people who have I posted it. Let me find it on my wall. So um I be trying to make sure that all my information be accurate, and I use viable media sources, just so we on the same page. I absolutely use viable media sources, because as a media representative of the media, I have to make sure that the information that I share is be facts. So let me. Oh, come on, right back to
the,
back. Let
the,
me
the,
come
the,
on.
the, the the crazy part that some of these businesses that we use, we don't have that many black companies or BIPOC owned companies
Mhm.
to subvert them with, which is like a whole other thing. Like remember me and you, we had that conversation yesterday because Facebook, Meta, Zuckerberg's
Cause
companies
they on there too.
are on there, right?
And
But
is.
we have this whole conversation where like, dude, there's a black owned social media company called Fanbase,
Okay, let me
and we
let me
not even
find
we
it.
not even dude, let POCs, um let people of color leave Facebook en masse, leave Meta en masse, and go to something like Fanbase. That would disrupt the entire economy. That would disrupt the entire economy of Meta
So
in
listen.
general, because understanding that all the trends, all the things that are popular, and all the things that actually make waves on these apps come from us. They come from us, and they know it. They know it. So why? So it's like, okay, cool then. Like we know they on here, but yet we hop on Facebook every day. I'm guilty of it myself.
So James Austin said, and this should be used as a wake up call. I'm glad the enemy is exposing itself to us. It's better to know the heart of your enemy than to have them smile on your face and keep these hidden agendas. We have to stop forgiving the foolishness. We have the greatest spending power, but our money does not circulate in our community, and we price gouge each other. We need more community building. Nina said, not come on, not how us as a customer treat them. Macy says, Deaconess says, Macy's, Costco, Old Navy, Myers, Kroger. Hold on one second. Let me see. What list is this, Deaconess? She says, that is owned by Isaac Haig's son. Tell me what you're talking about. Deaconess, I see you got a nice little list going here. James Austin also said, it's a shame that we glorify an Italian name over our own. We pay top dollar to people who hate us, yet we play victim when they use the wealth we gave them against us. We just said that, James. Absolutely. So check this out. Anina, I shared the places to shop.
Stockholm syndrome, man.
The places to shop. I also shared a link of that also. So dang it. I'm trying to find this link really quick. Give me 1 second. Um
Dude, Honeywell, Comcast, man. When you start looking at these lists of companies, yo,
with the
that
list of
that
to shop or list to not shop.
no, this is the list of people that donated to Trump.
Oh yeah,
Like
we
this is
we
just
I'm,
that, like,
I'm we gonna get to that one too. But check this out.
whew.
So I posted an article on my wall, and it says DEI policies typically. This is a quote from the article. I posted the business names, and then the article is listed on my wall as well. And cousin, I inboxed you immediately. Okay. It says DEI policies typically were intended as a counterweight to discriminatory practices, because there was people were being discriminated against because of the sexual orientation, race, gender, and let me see, let me just finish reading the quote. Okay, hold on a second. Counterweight discriminatory practice. Critics argue that education, government, and business programs which single out participants based on factors such as race, gender, and sexual orientation are unfair, and same opportunities should be afforded to everyone. Okay, this is why the DEI policies were put into place. Okay, these are some of the companies that have retreated from DEI: Target, Meta Platforms, Amazon, McDonald's, Walmart, Ford, Harley Davidson, Brown Foreman, which is the parent company for Jack Daniels, John Deere, Tractor Supply. Okay. And then I encourage you to read the article to see their reasoning. As a business owner, I understand to run my business according to my beliefs. We have not to have them governed by anyone else. So these adjustments, quote unquote, are which are different per company, state just what it looks like for these business owners. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all now, read the article, check it out. The one you send are the ones pulling back. Yes, those are the ones that are pulling back, and I will send you to the ones that are not. Let me see this list here. Come on, son. I hear you, but I am every time you call me, give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull here. Let me see what this one is. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I posted so much stuff regarding this, so I wanted to make sure that we all on the same page. I also posted an article where Tabitha Brown was trying to explain to y'all, if you're going to boycott Target, then do selective purchasing, because there are companies there. This is the exact same thing I said, Dan. There are companies there who are in need of our financial support, and if we don't shop with them because we've boycotted Target, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna pull those companies out those stores. My God, and those people, then we're talking about hitting their pockets. So check this out. Companies that support DEI. I'm gonna send you this one too, cousin. Here you go. It's so many. It's so many. Okay. Just bear with me. I'm gonna turn this down. I'm gonna try to pause in the middle if it'll pause it. Groceries stores, okay. All these Trader Joe's, Costco, ShopRite, Stop and Shop, Kroger, Whole Foods, Public. I don't know about the HEB, but HEB is on here. Thrive Market, Sprouts Farmers Market, Co-op Food Stores, was it Westman's and Meyer? Okay, and then
those are all DEI positive companies.
Right, I know. That's okay. Other popular brands: Samsung, Apple, Dunkin' Donuts, Chick-fil-A, Shake Shack, Wendy's, Burger King. Who is that? What's it? Wawa? I'm not sure who that is. Home Depot, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Zara, Macy's, Foot Locker, Snipes, Walgreens, Family Dollar, JP Morgan, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. I'm keep coming, y'all. Just bear with me and wait for it to come out. Clothing brands: Old Navy, Banana Republic, Gap, Nike, Puma, H&M, Levi's. What's this? Aria, AERIE, Aerie, Telfar, and Adidas. Beauty brands: Elf, No Trace Cosmetic, Glossier, Fenty Beauty. How did we know that? Shea Moisturizer, Umo Beauty, Rare Beauty, Minted Cosmetic, and then Beauty Bakery. Let me see what else comes up real quick. Let me see. I did the grocery stores already. I listed that. Other popular brands, I listed that as well. Okay, so I shared that, and that's the list that I have. I'm sure there are more, and we are glad about that. There's other links. If you need some links and you want to know where to shop, if you're looking specifically to support um, um, people of color, then I can send you some links to shop with them too. And when I'm talking about garbage bags, toothbrush, toothpaste, all made by Black-owned companies. We act like we don't make these things. We make all of that. Okay, we make everything. Places to shop. Thank you very much, Deaconess. Troy said Black-owned appraisal services also. Seabrook Appraisal Services. Shameless plug. Let's go, Seabrook Appraisal Services. Fan base is owned by Isaac Hayson. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. That's why I said Fanbase is a Black-owned social media company, and you get paid for your content on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like like if we really want to like do like social media big and actually like yo let's pay us for being on here creating our content. We literally can just all go to fan base, create our pages, literally, and subscribe to each other for $1.
Bonnie,
I
can you
mean,
send me a
it's,
inbox, please?
it's,
There we go.
it's literally that simple with fan base, right? And if you don't want to like pay a subscription, like if you follow somebody and you watch their content, they can put just like on Meta, they got advertisements and ads that they put on these pages that'll get people paid, sponsorships, all kind of stuff. And fan base been around since 2020, since I think 2021.
I send it to you, Bonnie. I don't know if we have. I just shared the link, so I hope you can see that. I just think that people need to understand what to do. People think boycott. We want to shut it down, and I'm not giving them none of my money. Listen, I'm not mad if that's what you want to do, but let me tell you what that does. If you stop shopping at Walmart completely, that's totally on you. If you were going there for Black owned brands, then find out another way to purchase from those Black owned brands, or go to the store, target shop, targeting just the businesses, and then don't spend your money nowhere else, and then leave. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Don't buy nothing else. Go ahead.
So what I like about this is what you did, right? So we said like, okay, earlier we mentioned that if there's Black owned brands inside of Walmart and Target, or by POC brands that are owned by Black people or people of color that you want to support, go buy those brands and then leave. Right? If you need groceries, you just listed how many grocery stores you can go buy groceries from.
Yeah, I mean, it's ways to shop and know where your money is going, and I think that's important, that we understand who your supplier is. This is the issue here. You're welcome, Bonnie.
It's about educating yourself.
Please know who the supplier is. Just like I used to use I don't not use Cantu because it's not Black owned anymore. The alcohol content is crazy. Okay. And though I don't have any I don't see anything that says that they are anti-Black, the alcohol content is crazy. Just like
once the company got bought by Unilever, they changed the formula, and it doesn't help Black hair anymore. So it's still marketed towards Black people, but it dries your hair out because of the high alcohol content.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here. No, I just finished off saying what I needed to say about that. It just like you can. It's about educating yourself about the product you're buying, who's the supplier, who's the maker. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted to be like, all right, cool, like I'm not gonna shop at a company that really doesn't rock with me, like that. Okay, great. I'm not saying abandon Walmart in its entirety, because there are still companies that rely on that business. Go buy those brands.
I want y'all to know that those large companies are expecting you to boycott them. Kinda. You understand what I'm saying? And they also know that if you boycott them, then your dollars are going to stop being spent where they were being designated to, and then they can put them people out. They can say that, oh, your businesses aren't performing, which is the same thing that Sister Tab said. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, I know I made a post and I said, and I quote, I wonder how long it's going to take before y'all start re-spending your money with them. You get what I'm saying? And I meant that, because when I say them, I meant literally with people who don't mess with you, fam. If the information is available and you can find out that there are people who don't mess with you, I can't see you even wanting to spend money with them. If you knew Jada was selling earrings and you love the earrings, but Jada was talking about you or she was messing with your guy, you was not shopping with Jada. Without question, you're not shopping with Jada. Jada can't get your money. Jada can't get nothing from you. How come we can't have that same energy?
See, and this is the thing though, people, it's not going to take that long. And the reason for that is because people literally are going to quantify it with, oh yeah, no, I heard it. I just needed to hurry up and get me some beef patties, or like just a chosen space to me. Right? They don't want to inconvenience themselves for the whole. Right? But you know what I'm saying? They won't buy shoes from Matt. Matt owns a store, right? Matt sells Nike. He sells black-owned brands. But yet, let's say Foot Locker didn't like black people shopping at their stores, right? Matt not in the mall. They going to the mall today. They son needs some new Nikes. Instead of saying like, listen, we're gonna exit this mall because you done buying what we need to do, and I know you want some shoes, Mark, but we're gonna go over here to Matt's store. We're gonna buy these shoes from Matt because we know Matt respects us and he respects our dollar. Right? They don't want to take the 5-minute drive it's going to take to go to Matt's store. Right? If people live on the east side of Milwaukee, like River West area, there's a Walmart right there. Right? But also a 5 to 10 minute drive north, you know what I'm saying? Up Port Washington Road, it's a Trader Joe's right there. And the groceries in Trader Joe's is cheaper than what you're going to get because I used to work there. Like, so I know this is a fact. They're cheaper at Trader Joe's than what you're going to get out of Walmart, and it's a higher quality food. But they don't want to inconvenience themselves to drive that extra 5 to 10 minutes that it's going to take. They would rather spend this like I know they don't care for me, but I need to do this right here because I don't got the 10 minutes to do it. That's what's going to happen.
Deaconess, she says, so I know that in Wisconsin, there's Whitman's. Are they moving on the DEI situation? They have not made any official announcements. I just did a little digging around, a little bit of research. Their DEI situation is, since they are employee owned, they haven't made any announcements that would say that they are moving away from that concept. Right now, they are on Glassdoor. They have a 3.4 out of 5 rating. So it sounds like they got some work to do anyway. But just an FYI. So you asked, I looked it up, and my fingers is be on it. You get what I'm saying? I'm with it. I'm with it. I think that the importance of understanding, we need to be educated, and nobody has to like everybody's concept on what it is. My point is, you don't have to agree and or disagree with me. Just be informed. Okay. And when I say that I'm expecting accountability, we don't have enough accountability or an accountability of action within our community. And I'm saying this, is Patrice saying this regarding, I live in Milwaukee and I'm saying it. Okay. I know a whole bunch of businesses who could benefit, gravely benefit, not gravely, but graciously benefit from the turn of this dollar. You know, where are we putting our money? Who are you shopping with? Why are we placing such a value on ... And you want to wear expensive, nice things, then buy with expensive, nice people who don't think that you're trash.
I mean,
that's it.
What?
That's it.
What? I mean, we can talk about the difference. Like, we can even go here to Milwaukee, right? Where Lena's was everywhere about, 5, 6 years ago?
Okay.
Lena's was everywhere about 5, 6 years ago, right? And the spaces, for the most part, that where those Lena's was, either a Piggly Wiggly went in there, is closed down, or a Ghost Foods took over it, right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting up there like, the food that you get, that you see in that Ghost Foods, is the same quality that you were seeing in Lena's. The same stuff that you saw in that Piggly Wiggly was the same thing that you saw in Lena's. right? But and it smells the same, it looks the same, but they treat you worse. And yet Goss is still open. Lena's was open for 3 years. Goss has been there for 5 years. That Piggly Wiggly done been there for how many years? You know what I'm saying? And they don't treat you, and they treat you worse than what you say you was getting treated at Lena's. So it's like, now, okay, great. We got one Lena's left in the store when it was a Lena's on every side of Milwaukee that you could have went to. You stopped shopping there because you didn't like the way that Lena's was treating you, or you didn't like the fact that it smelled a certain kind of way. But yet you walk into Goss Foods and it smells just exactly like Lena's did.
And for y'all that
Like
don't
the
know what
quality of
Ghost is,
food is
it's the
lower.
Galaxy, y'all. It's Ghost.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's calling it
right.
Ghost because that's the name of the damn store.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And those people don't like you. They don't like you. They treat you like crap when you walk in there. They talk to you any old kind of way. I don't spend my money there. I went in there one time, never been back. I'm like, yo, I would rather take the drive out to freaking Midtown and go to Lena's before I go to that store.
Linus was established. When does it open in 1965?
Yeah,
Let me look. I'm looking it up. Give me 2 seconds.
it's one of
And
Milwaukee's,
it's
if
one
not
left.
Milwaukee's oldest grocery store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you
Black
know
owned.
we're real quick. We like Nina had said earlier. You know, so we real quick to cancel us. You know, so we expecting us to treat us like royalty. And then other people, it's allowed for other people to treat you like trash. It's time to put that away for everything and everybody. No one should treat you
And
like
that's what I'm
trash.
saying.
No one should treat you
Yo,
like a lower class citizen. And you, especially if you're spending your money with them, no one should.
dude, there's one black owned gas station in Milwaukee and it's like underused and underserved, right?
Mm-hmm.
The BP over there on Atkinson. You know
Right.
which one I'm talking about,
I
right?
know where it's at.
It's underused and underserved. Right, but we go to all these other gas stations where they walk in and they talk crazy to us. And all you doing, you might be going in to buy yourself a pack of cigarettes, a thing of gum, or whatever. They oh for one they charge you to swipe your card.
Ain't nobody
They
buying
make you
cigarettes but
spend a
you,
certain amount
Daniel.
of. No, I'm just saying, like, and that's not true because they still buy it. And I don't buy cigarettes anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes
Amen. That was
anymore.
some brother sister stuff,
But I
y'all. Mind us. Don't mind us. Go
yeah
ahead.
yeah. That was the. But what I'm saying, like you patronizing these people and they talk to you like you dirt while you spending money in their store. But yet we'll still keep on going to that gas station when it's a black owned one. Like it don't make sense to me.
Deaconess said, not black owned anymore. She passed to my family. Who was that? Is that Goust? Goust used to be black owned. Is that what you're saying? And it's not black owned
That's
anymore.
just
Hold on,
no,
wait.
not Gauss.
I'm asking her,
Gauss is
excuse sir. Hold on, I'm asking Deaconess. She made a comment. I'm responding to her. To not you, beloved. Let me see what she say. Okay, we know that the black owned store that you're talking about is the gas station, the BP on Atkinson. That's the I'm with you. I ain't rear left on you. She says the gas station, and she said not black owned anymore. It is now, Deaconess.
it is.
It is now black owned again. I know it has switched hands for a moment, but it is now. It's somebody else, and it's a black couple. Yes, ma'am. Just being clear. Just being clear.
Okay, because I'm about to say like they we were just we were just talking. I was just in there
I
not that
know.
long
We
ago. I
know
was like,
there are articles and there are posts being made all over the internet. Yes, ma'am. That is the only black owned gas station in the state of Wisconsin, I believe.
yes, it
And
is the only black owned one.
I believe it's
Mm-hmm.
in the state of Wisconsin. And yes, they are black owned. Yes, ma'am. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. She said, I've been gone. Don't you worry. And we do. I remember when the young lady passed away and then they sold the gas station and then somebody bought it again and another black couple bought it. Hmm. Just being
Yeah,
clear, Dan. I got you. I got you.
oh no, I know you got me. I'm just saying like we have to be more conscious about where we do our business. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like, I don't know why it's that hard though. I just don't understand why it's that hard. And we can't just say it's just convenience, because we drive all over the city for all kinds of stuff. And we just talking about here in Milwaukee.
Over the city.
We drive all over for everything. Come on, man.
I know cats that would literally drive from Brown Deer to the south side of Milwaukee to go get like a $5 thing or whatever.
Believe it. I'm gonna tell you.
You know what
I'm gonna tell you, on a good hungry day, I drive from one point of the city to the other to collect certain foods. A cheesesteak from here, a French fry from here, a burger from there. Do you understand what I'm saying? We'll do it.
But won't take that extra drive because of words. Like, what? You gotta be tripping. You tripping. Because at the end of the day, the one that's across the street, they don't like you. They gonna disrespect you while you in there. You gonna ask them, can you use the bathroom? They gonna tell you no. They gonna cuss you out. They gonna talk to you like you crazy.
Oh, you talking about the one that's down a little further between that rip between Atkinson and King Drive and that little push over there and Keith, the one down the street a little bit. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're gonna talk to you crazy. And if you drive up any further, the one over there on Capitol and Atkinson, they gonna look at you like you crazy. They gonna talk to you any old kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna accuse you of stealing when you ain't stole nothing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then if they do greet you, they gonna call you the word. They gonna call you boss, but they don't mean it. They don't mean it in any old kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They full of disrespect and hate towards the people. They want to take your money so that they can take that money from you and then go take it to go get their cushy life, because they don't live in the city of Milwaukee. They own these homes that be out far deep in Brookfield and in Wauwatosa and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out during the shutdown when I was doing Instacart, right? So it was a dude that bought the gas station. This is when I stayed in Wauwatosa. The dude that bought the gas station by my mama crib, right? He was talking crazy and all this kind of stuff. And I ended up delivering food to his house. And I'm sitting there like, oh. So he ain't even worried about being in the city of Milwaukee, man. Like, he don't even live here. He collecting all this money from these people. You know what I'm saying? Selling them old food, mistreat to them, talking to them all any old kind of way, because they're going to accept the treatment because it's only two gas stations around there in the immediate walking area, one on Teutonia and one on 43rd Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for this to become a priority. I know people personally that say, I'm not never voting again. That's the most ridiculous thing ever. I know people personally that say, I'm not spending my money over there, and you want to be treated a certain kind of way. You rather go into a place. Oh my God, I really just want to do better I want to have that conversation, but we haven't had it yet. You get what I'm saying? And it's so terrible. You get what I'm saying? And how we have to work on customer service in the workplace, and not necessarily just the owners. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a priority. And I hate to use as an example, but I'm absolutely going to use this as an example. I used to own a bar called Happy Days. Okay. It was a short-lived run. However, my staff was on deck because a part of our wardrobe was a smile. Okay. And the level of customer service that was required. It's called Happy Days. When people come here, I need them to feel happy. And not just because we pouring up cocktails. I need the energy that you are projecting to them to be reflective of that. It was important to me that that's the people that I hired, and that's how we executed. You get what I'm saying? My folks had a good time. They laughed. They enjoyed the company, the clients or the customers, and then vice versa. People came and hang out. You get what I'm saying? And I know people was like, it's pricey. It's pricey because they wanted juke joint prices at the bar, and I just couldn't offer that. You get what I'm saying? I wasn't in a position to offer juke joint prices and at the establishment that I was trying to create. You get what I'm saying? However, customer service was a top notch. And I as a business owner, I made sure of that. You get what I'm saying? My partners made sure that it was necessary. And I wish that other businesses, you get what I'm saying? I know there are some. I ain't tripping because all black business ain't terrible. And I'm not gonna let nobody sit in my face and say that. You get what I'm saying? I wish that we drew those lines of expectation. You get what I'm saying? I know when you shop at Freebie Does It, she treating you like like royalty. You get what I'm saying? Making sure you got the right kind of product. You know what I'm saying? I know when you shop with Classic Shop or when you shop with the Campbells, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's food or whatever you're getting, there's certain people I know that's gonna treat you with the utmost of
You feel like
respect.
family.
You not even just feel
You
like
feel like
family.
family.
And I think it's a lot of feel like family issue that people have when they servicing their customers. I don't just want you to feel like family. I want you to feel like more than family, bigger than family, more important than that, like quality, like you are valued in cases that people can't even understand. And if we don't do that, when we don't show up like that and we think treat people like family, I mean, you can treat people any kind of way and they still gonna be around. I want to treat you beyond that. My expectation is to treat you better than that. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh
Nina,
yeah, yeah.
go ahead.
So what I was saying about like when you came to Happy Days and you go to those places, when you feel like family, it's a welcoming atmosphere, right? It's a welcoming atmosphere. You can sit, you can talk, you can shoot the breeze. You never feel like you're an inconvenience to the people working there. You know, the discourse was always nice, always friendly. It was always a welcoming environment, right? To where people didn't want to leave until they had to leave.
Indeed.
You like,
Nina
hey, yo,
said,
man, it's
that's
closing time. We got to get up
like,
out of here. You
could
know
y'all
what
leave so
I'm
we can leave? Nina said that's what I
saying?
was saying about black owned businesses do the same thing that those other non-black owned businesses do. That how they treat you, not how you treat them. Exactly. I understand that completely because Deaconess said when you don't vote, you don't complain. But they do though. They complain hard.
They do.
Bonnie
It be
said,
the people that don't vote that complain the most.
Bonnie Hutcherson said the first black female on the station here was on Hampton and Green Bay. It was a mobile. I remember that. She owned the
I remember
station on
that.
27th and Capitol. Her name was Shirley Odom. Remember her? Yes, I do. They gave her hell on every level, but she stood her ground until she wanted to get out. Come on now, let's go. Free. I didn't even know you still logged on, but hey, boo. You passed what I was referring to already. Got you, cousin. But I got you. Thank you.
I mean, we wanted. So this is funny because like if you can't whine about being a victim, right? And have a victim mentality while enabling the people to mistreat you.
Say that again, bro.
You cannot whine about being a victim or have a victim mentality while enabling the people to mistreat you.
Give us a little bit
People
more
gonna
on
treat
that.
you any. People are going to treat you any old kind of way if you allow them.
Okay.
Right? A business is going to keep on doing what they do and mistreating you if you keep patronizing them. What incentive are you giving them to change? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're not giving them any incentive to change. It's like, oh, okay, cool. But if you don't shop at a store for 3-4 days, 5 days, 2 weeks, a month, they ain't gonna have no money. How they gonna pay their bills? How they gonna restock? You know, like, what are they gonna do? Because 98% of the business that come through there is gonna be your dollars. They're gonna suffer. And then they're gonna be like, man, like, why aren't you coming through? Well, we decided en masse not to come and patronize this place because we don't like the way that you service us. We don't like the way you treat us. And right now, by us shopping at your place, we're enabling you to still treat us bad. So with us acknowledging that you treat us bad, we don't have to spend our money here. We're going to go where we appreciate it. We're going to go to the store that actually like treats us great, that treats us, that give us good customer service, that don't talk to us any kind of way, that don't accuse us of doing things that we're not doing just because we're black. We're just not going to do that. So yeah, we pulling our money up out of here until you recognize that, you know what I'm saying, you need to up your service game.
So
right?
so let me ask you to see I love how you said we. I love how you showed up and in the conversation. It sounds like a collective. How do we get
Yeah.
the collective the collective mentality or those numbers representative properly? Nina said it's strength in numbers. When I threaten to do that, most businesses don't care because I'm just one person. And exactly. How do we get to represent in numbers though? You get what I'm saying? How do we move in a position or get to a position where we are moving collectively?
So that's where it looks like, okay, now let's provide a list of businesses to people. Let's go, and it's going to take footwork, right? Now, what does that look like? That looks like people actually who have these concerns going and talking to people in the neighborhoods, like, yo, what's your concern about this gas station over here from the block? You don't like the way they treat you? You don't like the way they talk to you? Okay, cool. Check it out. Here's another gas station that you can go to. We're not going to support this, and we need you to step behind us so that we can get somebody in here. We can get a black owner in here. We can get somebody else in here that's going to actually love you and treat you with the respect that you deserve. But that takes footwork. Just to be honest, that takes footwork, right? And are we prepared as a people, right, to go out and do the footwork, right? Are we prepared to go out and do the footwork? And it's not an easy task to do. No one's saying that it's something that's quick and easy because nothing is ever easy, right? When they boycotted down south, man, like that was a concerted effort where the majority of African Americans decided en masse after the footwork was done to not support these bus routes, not to support this, and we're going to support this black-owned bus line, or we're going to walk if we can't catch the bus, right? But that takes a shift in mentality because some people was like, man, like I ain't gonna walk that extra block, right? But we got to let them know, like, hey, listen, your dollar matters. Your dollar matters because if someone's still going there and spending $1, they know that it's still somebody willing to take the mistreatment. Right, and then we gotta hold each other accountable. Like, yo, is you still shopping there? Because why is the store still open 6 months later? That means somebody's shopping there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. I do understand what you're saying completely. Oh, thank you, Deaconess, for giving me stars. I appreciate that. Good looking. Oh, snaps. Come on now, y'all. I'll take some stars. I will. Um, that I get that. But so the people that's supposed to be doing the work, that footwork is who?
Man, us, we gotta. I think I would say those people inside of the community that are aware enough and willing to work together without ego. Because that's another issue in our community. Sometimes when these things start being built, people have all well and good intentions, and then ego get involved, and then it explodes internally, right? And I know this sounds crazy, but not allowing the others to come in and involve themselves in it, because that happens a lot too. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of the things that I noticed when during the 2020 protests, man, is that ego started getting involved. People, a lot of inner strifes and misuse of and misappropriation of funds. And then they was allowing the others to get in and putting those others
Who
in
was the
places
others? Who
and
was the
spaces.
others? When you be specific when you say that. What do you mean when you say the others?
Okay, let me use a quote from Muhammad Ali.
Okay, thank you.
Just because I know, just because I know, like there's one snake. Um, there's one snake that ain't gonna bite me in a group of 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna open up the door for that one snake and still get bit by the other 1,000? Right.
Okay.
So when I say others, I mean whether they kinfolk or whether they skin folk that ain't kinfolk, or you know what I'm saying, kinfolk that ain't skin folk. When I say others, I mean those who just aren't us being involved. Right. And like we have to be, and like it's not is and I'm not saying that we need to be wholly exclusive, but sometimes yo it's like, yo, like, man, sometimes you just need to like, hey, listen, this ain't your boat to haul, fam. Like I love you and I respect you, but this ain't your boat to haul, man. And respectfully, like I love you, but this ain't your boat to haul, bro. Like if you want to support, you more than welcome to support the cause and be down for the cause, but to be And part of this and moving in certain directions, like, bro, like I love you, but it is what it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We as a people, we try to be too inclusionary to sometimes to a fault, right? Even when it comes to us including our own people, just because they black. All black people ain't for you.
And Nina said,
And
so
I, and
again, who is supposed to do that footwork? I'm gonna answer the question in my opinion. Um, there are community advocates in place, people who community activists. Um, like this your job, yo. This is you want to act, you want to speak on behalf of the community, you want to represent us. This is your job to make sure that our voice is being represented. We have aldermen and alderwomen in place. It is your responsibility to act on our job. And I don't care if the footwork is done via the letter that goes to the people. And it starts again with the community. Somebody has to say, hey, that gas station over there, and I'm using this as an example, that gas station over there is not servicing us properly, and they're in this community treating us like trash. We collectively don't like that. So not just one person, 10, 20, 30 people calling your alderman is saying that is going to raise a flag. It don't have to be hundreds of people. Hundreds of people make it a whole situation. 10, 20 of people saying, hey, we don't appreciate that, or this is happening and it's causing this and that. That's enough to raise the white flag, or raise some brows. You understand what I'm saying? Bonnie said, but our people won't open their mouths. Listen, this is what we're talking about. So this is what I'm talking about. When I said first started, I said, look, I'm all about accountability. And I'm all about causing. I don't have no problem. I'm gonna tell you right now. I remember when there was a garbage can, not where I live right now, but the garbage people picked up the trash in our back alley park, whatever, and then drug it through the alley. It was a mess. It was ridiculous. So who called the alderman? Immediately, I'm like, hey, whoever ran the trash on this particular day at this time, this is what's happening. And it's happened more than one time. There's a mess in our driveway, a mess in our alleys in the back of our houses now. And who's supposed to clean that up? And so, of course, they send someone else out from DPW to take care of that. But that's one voice. You know what I'm saying? But I called and get it up. Because no, if there was enough people willing to do that, go ahead. Go ahead. You will what?
Yeah, no, like that I do agree. I don't think enough people know how to contact or who to contact. Because up in these situations, how many times have we been inside of some of these places that people are complaining to the people that's mistreating them?
Listen,
every day.
I'm gonna say this right
They
now,
don't know
and
who
I'm
to
gonna say this.
contact.
People gonna be mad. You know how to contact when you get on the internet. Google. Who do I call if ... And Google will answer. If not Google, damn AI is Gemini, whoever it is, Siri, somebody is gonna answer and will tell you who to call. And I get that we don't know who to call. It's always a we don't know, or we don't know, or we don't have the information. We are sitting with all the information we need at your fingertips. And right now, the call in, the resource is voice programmed right now, faster than you could ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? Just push the button and literally, hey Google, who do I call if the trash man left trash in my alley? Can y'all see that? And then there's a list. It says violation, City of Milwaukee. And then it says what to do if someone keeps such and such. And it's right here. It came up. I didn't type in the specific of anything. I just asked a question. Yeah.
No, so I was playing devil's advocate when I said that, right? Because some people don't even know that they can do that. Like as a person like I like that sells cell phones all day, like a lot of people don't even understand that they can just ask their phone a question and it'll give it to them. I literally teach people every day how to use their phone.
Well, good. That's what you're supposed to do. When they walk out of there with that crazy expensive device, they better know how to use it. At least,
I tell them all the
partially.
time, man. Like literally. Well, I'm like, it was a dude. He was like, "Man, I'm trying to figure out how to get to this space over here. Can you just tell me?" I said, "Hey, listen, you can just ask your phone." Like, how? I don't know how to do that. I said, "Hey, say blankety blankety blank. How can I get here from my location?" And he was like, "I could just say that to the phone." I'm like, "Yeah, man, your phone has that capability to give you the directions." I said, "Go ahead, say it." And he repeated it. His phone pulled it up, went onto the internet for him, and pulled up the directions right in Google for him.
Mm-hmm. The crazy
And
thing,
he was
and
like,
cousin
"No, I
said
didn't
they
even
just
know I
don't
could
think
do
of
that."
that. They don't. I
They
understand that.
don't.
And again, I'm
The
not
amount of people,
trying to quote unquote bash people
because
for
some
their
people are
lack of
just not educated
knowledge.
on it.
You know what I'm saying? However, I want to take. How do I say this? It's time to take away excuses. You get what I'm saying? And put accountability into place. Exactly. If you, sir, are the person selling the phone, please make sure that they know these details. Everybody won't be able to do that. But now you and all your staff should make sure that your clients know how to use voice control. Hey, do you know how to use voice control on your phone? You know what I'm saying? Real simple. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't, and if somebody is in the house that knows how, hey, do you know how? Especially older people. Now, older people, that's listen. I understand that. And when I say older, I mean if you are at least 55, okay, 55 and older, then your technological savvy
Might not be there.
might not be there. You know what I'm saying? You may not be technologically savvy. I ain't even tripping on that. However, is somebody in your house that know how, and you can say, "Can you help me?" Is somebody in your family
Just
or
ask.
somebody in your circle or somebody, can you help me? And me and my grandfather had this conversation all the time. And don't get me wrong, my grandfather has Alzheimer's and dementia. And I still tell grandpa, I say, hey, you have to be willing to ask for help. Otherwise, we don't know. We check in regularly, but how am I supposed to know that you need help if you don't say, can you help me? Okay. Not all people
No,
over 50, 55 are technologically savvy. Some of us a little off. You go what I'm saying? They say, hey, watch it now. I know, cousin. I know you're walking on thin ice. Thinking
man,
they say, hey, listen. I'm trying to say some of us on
man,
deck,
it's some
some
of
of
them
us ain't.
30s. It's some of them 30s, some of them 30s and others ain't. They just be like, man, I got an iPhone because I just wanted an iPhone. I don't even know how to use.
I
If
don't
you
even know how
knew
to use
how
it.
many times a
That's
day
disgusting.
I done heard, I done heard people say that,
I know.
like,
Working
because
and working with
they just
phones. I know.
like it blows me because I'm like, yo, like I'm legit shocked that you have no idea how your device works, and you've had iPhones since the '80s.
Well, let me tell you who don't have an iPhone because who ain't playing with it. I'm
Yeah,
putting
I
my
mean,
hand
but
up
it's the
right
same
now.
thing.
I'm just telling you right now,
It's the
but let me
same
tell you what
thing.
I know how to use.
Some
So you see my
some
beautiful
people been
Samsung
having
devices?
galaxies.
I know they got
I
galaxies.
know you know how to use your phone.
Baby, you already know who I'm
I know
clicking
you
all
know
the
how to use
buttons.
your phone.
Listen, looking on all three of the devices. They three different generations, and I guess who know how to use it all. Because I paid too much money to not know how to use this phone
Mhm.
in all its entirety. You better believe it.
But some people have been using Galaxy since the Note 8, and they
Mm-mm.
still do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could use my son's mom for example. She didn't know how to use like I could transfer an app from my phone to my son's phone. I'm like, yeah. Like I had to teach her that yesterday. Like, and she's been having Galaxies before I did, because I used to be an Apple user.
See? You gonna say, especially older people, then gonna say, "Hey, watch it now." I'm watching it. Deaconess said, "My kids tell me I know too much." No, you know all the things. You better know all the stuff. Deaconess, tell
You
them
should know all of the stuff.
know all the
You
stuff.
need to know all of it.
hmm
You,
Bonnie Hutcherson
you
said,
learn.
"Me and my husband call it tech support. Then my daughter take care of it, but she has us together. Listen, call it. It is tech support. That's what they got tech supports on the phone for. 611.
No,
Dial it.
these companies, like if you got the protection plans with them, the insurance plans, they there's a whole portion in that insurance plan that you can call them and they can troubleshoot their device for you and show you all different kind of things. They get paid for that.
They get paid to do it, and you done pay for the insurance. Listen. Guess who won't
You
do it?
paying for the service and not even using
I'm using all of it, but you
it. I know
already
you
know
using
this.
all of it.
All of it. I
I
done
already
paid
know
for
you
it.
using
Play
all
with
of it.
me. How much? Yeah,
Dude,
I need everybody. What app is that? Open it up. What is it doing now? What is that? Yep, I need to know what that is, or I'm taking it off.
I mean, them and
Bonnie said no. My daughter is our tech support. Listen, my nephew, rest his soul, used to call me. He used to call Auntie. Auntie used to call me. He said, "Hey, Auntie. I mean, hey, Google. I mean, hey, Auntie." I'm like, first of all, I am not Google. He was like, "Yes, you is, Auntie. Yes, you is. You, yes, you is. You know all the stuff and all the people. I don't, but my resources is sharp, sir. What we need. Mm-hmm. Let your
yo,
daughter
what,
be tech support. Tell her to be on deck, because folks need to know
yo,
what to
yo,
do."
selfish and shameless plug here. Wild Poetry will be back at Rise and Grind starting the 28th of February. I'm gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna keep on continuing with the conversation.
Wild Poetry will be back in February, you said?
February 28th at Rise and Grind from 8 to 11 p.m. Doors open at 7, ends at 11 p.m. It'll be our Rise and Grind Cafe, totally free event.
How nice is that? How nice is that? Look at you
Hey,
using your resources.
yo, legitimately, I'm doing well. One, I wanted to continue what Miss T and Free started because, like, like it is for me. It's about the culture. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, so I went and I was talking to venues, and that is one definitely that I rock with. And we got everything solidified today. So February 28th will be the first one of the year.
Okay. Hey, Grandpa, how you doing?
But also, but outside of that, let's get back to that because that was a quick shameless plug, real quick. That was very, very, very shameless in the middle of this conversation. um,
Yes, indeed. So listen, I'm gonna throw some shameless plugs in a minute too. So if you know some young people who are looking to tap into a social network that is black owned, that is about all the things and all the people, a good environment for people to be motivating one another, for mentorship as well as just collective building. Hit me up and on my Facebook, and I will send you the link. And I say young people, I mean between the ages of 11 and 24. Okay, it's a very positive opportunity for people to grow and network and build together. Also, let me find it here. Um, Sign up goes until February 11th, but let me find this piece in here. Glow Services is having an event called Vision and Love Day. It's a vision board and self-love workshops, Tuesday, February 11th from 5:30 to 7:30. It's being held at Calm Wellness Services, 6333 North Green Bay Avenue. Registration is open until February 4th. Um, and you want to register at glowpower.org. That's www.glowpower.org. Okay. That is available there. Plus, there's some other great community opportunities going on. Y'all know we're getting ready for the birthday party for the kids. Homer never stops. Okay. It started planning at the next day. It's always the event, and then the next day be like, "Sir," he be like, "I can't stop. I can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop."
can't stop, won't stop.
Funny.
No, it's like we don't say take that right now.
No, we not. See, I paused. See, I paused it.
Gotta
See.
pause that. Gotta pause that. Gotta pause
Mm-hmm.
that.
Deacon said my daughter calls me Google and the doctor. Exactly. You be like, hold on a minute. Okay, as we get ready to wrap up today's show, I just want to make sure that I'm touching base with you guys and again reminding you, do please do your research. And if you are not sure about something, it's okay to ask questions. Now is not the time to just say, "Well, I don't know," and shrug your shoulders. Now is the time to be informed. Now is the time to be connected to people who are informed, and so you can get the information. If you don't know and I don't have the answers, hit me up. I will help you get it. I'll help you find it. We can look together. You understand what I'm saying? Or I can connect you to somebody who can. Because the truth of the matter is, I mean, we got to be on deck all day. You know what I'm saying? We want that. We want to make sure that you are aware what is happening as business owners, as just regular patrons of the United States. There's a whole lot going on. The Gulf of America, yo, it's got bananas. But anyway, I'm not gonna pick it apart no more. I'll probably revisit this. Y'all know that politics is not my steez. I don't have this, but I need you to be aware and I need you to know. And if it means that you tuned in to me and you listen to me and I got information for you, I'm gonna give it to you. If you need a link that I found or I pulled up, whatever, if I saw something, I'll share it with you. Because ain't no gatekeeping no information around here. We need to know all the things and be on deck with all the stuff ASAPishly, or we're gonna be in so much trouble. My personal
Man,
belief is
man.
that we are literally on the brink of, dare I say it, civil unrest.
Oh, yeah, we
And
are.
I'm trying
We
to
are.
be calm about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a a theorist. You get what I'm saying?
I mean,
But
right
I want
now,
people to know what's happening.
I don't think people realize how marginalized they are right now, especially in the inner city of Milwaukee with food deserts and the lack of resources. And that right now is a time that we really do need to be pulling together. Because if we don't pull together, I got a feeling that we're gonna be forced to pull together, or otherwise we're gonna be, you know, smushed
Yeah, it's
for
gonna be a
lack of better.
situation. But
Hmm.
if I'm not gonna I could address this from a spiritual standpoint, and I'm gonna do my best to go on and let y'all do what y'all do. But it's something that is happening, and I hope that y'all are paying attention. There is a reason that the globally we have been able to share information. There is a reason that globally, where for a time when we were separated and we didn't know what was going on where and who was doing what, is a reason now that globally we are completely connected. Okay, and we have the ability to share all the details about all the stuff. It's time, y'all. It's time, y'all. Want to thank y'all for logging on to blowradio.com. You are officially live with your girl, JustPatrice. You know how we get down. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. Shout out to Calm Wellness Services because you know that's what I do. If you're looking for a bomb massage, hit your girl up. www.welkalm, welkalm.com, and I got you covered. If you want to know more details about what the services are, visit the website or hit me up individually and I'm gonna take care of that for shiggity. If you're looking for some great pain relieving, stress reducing products, I make a couple, two, three, 10 of them. And I'd love to share them with you as well. Ask me about my massage oil. Ask me about my CBD cream. I appreciate you guys. I want to shout out to Prince Daniel for hanging out with me today. Looking forward to the relaunch of Wild Poetry. Glad that is coming back and getting people opportunity to tap in. I got a homeboy that's down in Killeen, Texas, that's got a bomb set down there. I'm supposed to tell you about. We'll talk about that when we get a chance, though. But until we all, find out the fines out that's going on, y'all be aware, be conscious. And I ain't saying stay woke. Don't be woke. Be conscious.
Just be conscious. Be
Be
conscious.
conscious.
Be conscious.
Be
Be aware.
conscious. Be aware.
Be
Ooh,
aware.
baby, it's
Do
going
not sleep.
down.
Please do not sleepwalk with what's going
Do
on right
not, do not, do not. And until next week, Monday, we're gonna get it in. We're gonna keep the conversation going, whether it be about this or something more pressing at the time. We just don't even know. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on social media because it's going down. And my post, I posting it. Make sure that you staying on my page. If you missing a link that you will see on my page and you got questions about it, hit me up. Let's talk about it. I got you. Love you, cousin. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you all of you for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my girl Crystal Ship. It is her birthday. If y'all see her online, make sure y'all show her some love. Welcome to Aquarius season. It is good day to be here. I want to thank y'all for being here with me. And until next week, it's all good. Anything you want to say before we roll down?
Nah, yo, just if you get a chance, man, follow me on Facebook. Look up the event Wild Poetry Presents Horticulture Fridays. I love y'all. Thank you for tapping in and allowing me to be involved in the conversation today, sis.
For sure, for sure. Until next week, then. It's been real. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.